You've made beautiful products, maybe earrings, maybe keychains, and you're ready to share them at a local market. Since you have a laser, you're going to want to make your own display. And you've probably already thought about including a QR code so people can connect with you and your work after the fair is over. But did you know you can create that QR code directly in LightBurn? That's exactly what we're building in today's workshop. Hi, I'm Katie Devlin of the Laser Foundry, and in today's LightBurn workshop, I'll show you how to design a truly customizable display stand with an engraved QR code, all in simple, repeatable steps. In this video, we'll cover creating a peg shape using Boolean tools and snapping to shapes, designing a stand layout that can be tailored to fit your product, generating a QR code that can be engraved right on your stand, and connecting that QR code to your desired destination. For this project, you'll need some 3mm plywood. I'm using Baltic birch. You could also use acrylic or other materials as layering pieces, or for an entirely different look. We'll start with the most detailed part of this build, the hooks that hold your product. Once you understand how these go together, the rest of the design comes easily. Let's head into LightBurn to get started. I'll start by drawing a 3mm wide by 10mm tall rectangle. This is my reference piece. 3mm to match my material thickness, and 10mm for how much I want the hook to catch behind the panel once it drops into place. I'm going to lock this piece right away because I don't want to accidentally move it or include it in my final shape. Everything else gets built around it. Next, I'll place a rectangle to the left, 5mm wide by 12mm tall, and snap it to my reference. This is the part that sits behind the panel and secures the hook in place once it drops down. Then I'll add a small rectangle on top, about 4mm tall, aligned to the left edge of that piece I just created and the top of my reference. This spans across both pieces to create the top of the hook shape. Now for the arm. I'll place a rectangle on the right side of my reference, about 5mm wide and 40mm tall. Snap to the right edge and aligned roughly to the middle. This is where the hook transitions into the hanging arm. The hanging arm itself is a long horizontal rectangle, about 60mm wide and 5mm tall. This is the part that sticks out the front of the panel and holds your product. And at the very end of that arm, I'll add a small stopper, 10mm tall and 5mm wide, aligned to the right edge. This keeps your keychains or earring cards from sliding off the end. Now I'll select two of my pieces and use Boolean Union to combine them. I'll work through them one at a time, unioning each piece to the last until they're all one shape. I'll leave my locked reference rectangle alone. That was just my building guide. Now I could do this with weld, but I want to see what each piece looks like as I'm combining them to make sure that I like the overall shape. Next, I'll use the corner radius tool. I'll set it to 1mm and go through choosing which corners to soften to give the hook a more finished look. The trick to this hook is how it locks in. The slot in the panel is sized to let the hook pass through from the front. I push it through, then let it drop down into place. Now the arm sticks out the front for hanging product, and the hook catches behind the panel. The front covers the slot so you get a clean look. No glue, no friction fit, gravity does the work. Now I'll create the main panel. I'll start with a rectangle about 11.5 inches wide. I want to use as much of my 12 by 18 sheet as I can while leaving a little room at the edges. Once again, I'll use the corner radius tool to round the top corners. At the top, I'm leaving about 3 to 4 inches for my logo and QR code. At the bottom, I'll leave a couple of inches for the feet to attach. This gives me room in the middle for 3 rows of hooks. Now I need to add the slots for my hooks. I know my slot needs to be 3mm wide and about 13mm tall, just slightly taller than the front of my hook so it drops in smoothly. I'll create one slot, position it where I want my first hook, and then use the grid array tool to create 3 columns across with about 3 inches between them. For my rows, I'll set 3 rows with enough space for the product to hang without overlapping. I'll turn on shift by half to offset the even rows. This staggers the hook so the product has more room and gives the display a more polished look. Now for the star of the show, the QR code. A lot of people don't realize LightBurn has a QR code generator built right in. You don't need to go to a website, generate an image, import it, and trace it. I'll go to the Tools menu and I'll select Create Barcode. A menu will pop up and I'll choose the barcode type of QR code. And the first thing you'll see is that there are a few different options. You can enter a URL to send people to your website or shop. You can create a contact card that saves your name, phone number, and email directly to someone's phone. If you don't have a website set up yet, this is a great option. Your customer walks away from the fair with your info saved in their contacts, and you didn't need anything but LightBurn to make it happen. Or you can even generate one that connects someone to a Wi Fi network. That's actually a great way to test your engrave settings on the same material before you commit to your display piece. Set it up for your home Wi Fi, and you've got a useful test piece instead of a scrap. For today, I'm going to link mine to the LightBurn documentation page. I'll type in my link, hit OK, and LightBurn generates the code right on my workspace. I'll set it to about 1.5 inches square and position it next to my logo at the top of the panel. This goes on my engrave layer, and make sure you set it to fill mode, not line, or it won't scan. Since we're engraving on wood, the contrast comes from the burn. On a lighter wood like Baltic birch, you can usually get a nice dark engrave that phones read well. It's worth doing a test engrave and scanning it with your phone before you commit to the full job. If it doesn't scan, it's usually a contrast or size issue, both easy to fix. Now I need something to hold the display up. I'm going to create 2 feet, one for each end of the panel. I'll draw a circle about 6 inches in diameter and cut it in half to make a half circle. Then I'll add a slot 3 millimeters wide and about 3 inches tall, angled at about 5 degrees. That slight angle leans the panel back just enough so the product hangs naturally toward the customer. The panel just drops into the slots and gravity holds it in place. When the fair is over, you pull the panel out of the feet and everything packs flat. Before I send this to the laser, I need to make sure my layers are set up correctly. I want my engraving to run first. That's the logo, the QR code, and any other engraved details. Then the cuts run after. I'll organize my layer in the Cuts Layers window and drag them into the right order. Engrave layers at the top, cut layers below. This way the piece stays flat and stable for the engraving and the cuts happen last. And if you're going to test anything before running the full job, test the QR code engrave. A logo that's a little light still looks fine. A QR code that's a little light doesn't scan. Everything looks good in the preview, so I'll send the job to the laser. Now that all my pieces are cut, let's put it together. I'll drop the panel into the 2 feet. The slots are angled so it leans back just slightly. Then I'll take my hooks, slide each one through a slot from the front, and let it drop down into place. The front of the hook covers the slot and it's locked in. And the last thing I'll do is test the QR code. I'll pull out my phone, open the camera, and make sure it scans. And that's the finished display stand. In this project, you learned how to create a hook shape using Boolean tools, design a display layout with the grid array and shift by half, generate a QR code right inside LightBurn and link it to a website of your choice. This project is yours to customize. You can make longer pegs for bigger items or shorter ones for earring cards. Add more rows or fewer depending on how much product you want to display. Try different materials. A white acrylic panel with wood feet looks completely different. Cut your logo from a contrasting material and layer it on top. Once you've got this workflow down, make the design your own and dazzle your customers at your next market. Be sure to like and subscribe for more LightBurn workshop videos.